Hello everyone. Here is this mixtures and solutions problem. How do we solve this? First of all, let us see what is being said. Okay. So there are basically three pots you can assume. Okay. Three pots A, B, C. Now A, B, C are given and their solution, the strength of the each solution is also given. So this is for A, it is 10%. This is for 22%, and this is 32%. Okay. Now, uh, what is the amount of solution that is kept? 500 milliliter for each of them. Okay, 500 ml, right? So we will say that this is the volume, and what is the amount of salt? As per given, P percent is strength means in 100 ml of solution, P grams of salt. That means in A, what is there? So in A, in 100 mill each for each 100 milliliter of A, there are 10 grams of salt, right? So 500 for 500 ml, it is going to be 5 into 10, that is 50 gram, right? Similarly, this is 22 into 5, right? So this is 110, and this is what? This is the strength of 5 into 32, right? So this is 160. This is in gram. Okay, this is in gram we are taking. Now what is being done is there is a sequence of events that happens. First 100 ml of this is taken to B, then 100 ml of B is taken to C, and then 100 ml of C is brought back to A. Okay, this is done sequentially. Okay, all right. So in 100 ml, let us draw this again. Okay, so this is A, this is B, this is C. In strength, we will also write 10%, 22%, and 32%, right? This is A, B, C. Now in 100 ml of A, first event is 100 ml of A is transferred to B. In 100 ml of A, what is the amount of salt? 10 gram. So 10 gram of salt is taken from here to here. And what is the salt retained? So we'll just keep a note of it. So retained is for here it is 40 gram. Why? Because it had initially how much? Initially it had 50 grams, right? So we have retained 40 gram of it, and 10 grams is transferred here. And what was the salt that was already in B? That amount is 110, right? So here it, with this 10 gram, it increased to 120, right? This is the amount of salt that is there. And what is that current volume? Because 100 ml is moved, right? This is 100 ml is moved, so the current volume in B is 600 ml, right? Now what happened is the next event is basically to transfer 100 ml of B to C. Now in this 100 ml, what is the amount of salt? 120 gram is the amount of salt in 600 ml, right? So in 100 ml it will be 100 ml, it will be something like 100 by 600 into 120, right? So if you calculate this, this will be 20, right? 20 gram of salt. So basically what is being said is 20 gram of salt is transferred from B to C. And what is the amount of salt that is already present in C? That is 160 gram, right? So it is 100. So let us see, in C 160 gram of salt is already there, and how much salt came here again? How much? 20 gram, right? So it is 180 gram now. 180 gram is added here. And what is the volume? So 500 ml was the initial volume, plus 100 ml is transferred. So that is 600 ml, right? So in the 600, again the same exercise that we did earlier. In 600 ml, 180 gram of salt is there. So in 100 ml, how much it will be? It is simply going to be 100 by 600 into 180, right? So again 6 and 30. Okay, so we can see that 30 gram of salt is there. Okay, so 30 gram of salt is basically there. Now now this 30 gram of salt is in 100 ml. So now is the third event. What is the third event? Third event is basically to transfer C to A, right? We are transferring 100 ml from C to A. So that means we are transferring this 30 gram of salt. Okay, 30 gram of salt. Okay, now because we are trying to transfer this 30 gram of salt, what does it mean? So first of all, this what was the initial amount of salt that is in A, that is remaining? If you remember, this was a 50 gram, right? This is a 50 gram, and 10 gram was taken out first. This 10 gram was taken out, so the retained is 40 gram. In A, the amount of salt retained is 40 gram. So 40 gram is retained and another 30 gram is added. Okay, so the total amount of salt is 70 gram. And what is the volume in A? Volume in A, first, in the first step, we took out 100 gram from it, and the last step we added back 100 gram, right? So it is 500 ml. Sorry, this is in ml, not gram. Okay. In the first round we took out 100 ml, and then third round we added back 100 ml. So it is for 500 ml we have 70 gram of salt. So what is the strength? The strength is 70 by 500 into 100%, because we are having it percentage terms, right? So so this is 14%. Okay, if you calculate it, it will come out to be 14. Okay, so yeah, this option is the right solution here. Okay, hope you like this video. Share and subscribe, it would help us a lot. See you in another video with a new problem. Thank you for watching.